So when I'm making little generators, whether it's a solar panel, a river turbine, or even a little hand crank thing, you've got to run it through a rectifier with a capacitor to keep it smooth. And then I'm wanting to run everything on USB power just because I'm trying to keep it small. So if you're outputting more than 5 volts, the great way to do it is to run it through one of these. These are about $3, you can pick one up. And if you read on the side, I've kind of taped over it, but it does say input anywhere between 12 and 24 volts, and then it will give you a steady 5.2 volt output. So that's a great little device for very cheap, just to kind of cover your ass. It will regulate it down to the voltage that you want. So we're just going to pretend this is my generator with a rectified output, positive straight onto the middle. Middle is almost always positive, negative onto this one that I have taped onto the side contact there, and there we go, it lights up. Now I've got my two testing devices. Here we go, output 5.19 volts, and a second kind just to check, 5.2 volts, perfect. This one is better, it has a more descriptive screen, although it's real hard to see in the sunlight, so the other one is good for that, plus it has two outputs. This just has the one. So I've got this little light bulb here. I know that's should be about 1 watt. And if you look here, 1.29 watts. And it is holding the voltage at 5.17. That is perfect. And we can check that on the other one if we like. 5.2. Let's plug this guy in. Whoo! Okay. And you push the mode button at the top. Power 1.3 watts. And there is cycle through, and it shows you your amps and your volts. Now, if I want to push my generating device to the max, yeah, I could order, I've got a few extra of these light bulbs. I could plug all three in through one of these splitting devices, and then say, yeah, it's putting out 3 watts. But a better way to do it is to get one of these. It's a load tester. It basically has these two little MOSFET things which switch away and heat up. Puts the heat into the heat sink, the fan cools it off. You plug it in. The screen's a little bit dodgy on this. And set it to whatever you like. Let's go 2 amps. Turn it on, and it starts powering away. You can go through, check the watts. There we go, that's 10 watts right there. The power supply here is holding steady at 5.09 volts. 2 amps, 5 times 2 is 10. We got 10 watts. And you can keep cranking it up until this also tests your power supply. You can crank it up and see how the voltage drops. This is doing very well. That's 18 watts there. That is crazy. 3 amps. This thing's only rated at 2.1 amps. That is outdoing itself there for a $2 shop item. Maybe it'll catch on fire. Maybe that's bad. But yeah, that is how I test any load. It is more fun to kind of plug your phone in and see, oh, is it charging? What rate's it charging at? I'll plug my phone in right now while we're recording, just so you can see how it works. Actually, I'll use this other one. It's got a recording function on it. Alright, here we go. I'll plug the phone in. Here we go. The phone is consuming 5 watts. And see the watt hour symbol? Just this one here. That will keep track of the amount of power over time that has gone in. So if you charge your phone, leave it overnight, you can clear this with the reset button, and it'll keep track of the battery capacity. So if you take your phone in to get a new battery put in, it would be kind of cool to check the capacity before and then check it after and see how much it's increased, or if they ripped you off and didn't even change the battery out. So I reckon that's a pretty cool feature.